Hello and welcome to Chicks with Crits. I am your DM Cheyenne, and I am currently wanted for a TPK. But with me today is Caitlin, who is the spokesperson for Fantasy Popeyes.
Hello.
And our next player, we are currently on a manhunt for Aquila.
What? You accidentally popped one testes. It seems to be a big deal. He did deserve it, though.
Also wanted is Alicia for causing undue panic in the streets.
I did nothing. That's my story.
Also wanted is Megan for indecent exposure. And we are Chicks with Crits. When we last left off, Keo and Iron Mesh were left alone in a forest as the two druids just completely split and took off into the forest. So, Barakas, where are you headed?
To my hovel.
Back to your hovel. Yeah, it'll take you about maybe half a day to get back there. But yeah, you know the way. I mean, are you gonna cut through the city to get back there, or are you gonna
hell no! I've had enough of that city.
So you'll just run around the forest all the way back, because technically both you and Red lived
Other direction.
Yeah, in the other direction. But yeah, so you're gonna head back to your hovel. And Red, where are you gonna be headed back to?
Let's see. Probably straight line home.
Home as fast as you can, and that'll also take you about half a day. A little bit less because, as you've said once before, you live, due south of nowhere? I think it was.
South of nowhere.
South of nowhere.
Yeah. She's north, I'm south. What's the big deal? Sorry.
Now,
I
Keo,
can check under the road.
Iron Mesh.
Empress did.
Well, I'm sorry. Empress isn't here. Empress is not going to be here for a while.
What?
You dick.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not in character.
You said it in character.
Yeah, you were talking like Keo.
Like you executed him.
You executed Empress. How could you?
Well,
I'm breaking up with you.
well, you know what? I faked all my orgasms.
No, you're a robot.
You kept thinking marriage is over.
Well, you're keeping.
They never loved you anyway because you were never there.
Well, okay, I never loved them anyway.
You heartless bastard.
I'm a fucking robot. I apologize.
Anyway, shall we get back to our regular scheduled program once the giggling stops?
I don't know what the hell you two have been doing behind the scenes, but dear God, leave it out of this recording.
I don't know, it was rather interesting. In with the air. Out with the bunny.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Caitlin's crying right now.
Because my husband broke my heart.
I thought you were married to the DM.
Not in this life.
Oh my God.
Unbreak my heart.
Anyway.
Say you love me again.
Okay, someone deal with the broken heart over there, please.
Iron Mesh, Keo,
Yes.
you two are left in the middle of the forest. It's also midnight.
Do I hear anything?
Nothing.
Besides a growling of her own stomach.
Yeah.
There's still no animals. It's extremely disconcerting.
Are there any plants around?
You are in the middle of the forest, yes. And actually, there's a lot of plants. Iron Mesh, have you spent a lot of time in forests?
No. God, no.
She's a Goliath. It would have been not forests, but mountains.
It's weird to think that a forest could be overgrown, but since there's no signs of life, yeah, it does seem a little bit overgrown for a forest.
Is there any food? Like berries?
Do either of you have dark vision?
No.
I don't think I do.
Don't you have the orb of life thing you can do?
Nope. That is a spell that I don't get yet.
You have it.
But Keo, what about the jewel in the middle of your forehead? Would that possibly shine a light?
It's not a flashlight! It harbors my soul! What the is wrong with you?
I don't know, I always thought it might shine a nice bright blue light. I don't know, I never asked you before.
Let me see.
Like the goddamn vision.
So no!
I'm gonna isolate that, and whenever I need a sound effect for a beam, that'll be it.
I almost choked!
Good. I hope you suffer.
All right, you two. I think leaving these two alone may have been the worst mistake of our lives.
And who's to blame for that? I have responsibilities at home.
You sounded like shaky.
Oh boy.
In my character's case, it's more of the if I hear anymore, I'll lose my mind.
Oh god. Oh god.
Well,
Listening to
okay,
things.
Iron Mesh, I need you to make a will saving throw for me. Do you seriously not have your goddamn character sheet
No, it's
out?
it's just right here. I just gotta look at it. A will save?
Yes.
What am I adding to that?
You're making a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I was like a will. Wait, right. 11 plus 0.
You look up at Iron Mesh. I'm so sorry. You look up at Keo, who is a giant metal man. That's why I keep making that goddamn mistake. Yeah, you look up at Keo and he seems to start morphing, and he looks like a giant drumstick to you.
Hi.
Those mushrooms had a very interesting effect, not just giving you a possible glowy mouth.
I would like to slap Iron Mesh in the face to get her out of the trance. Non-lethal damage.
Just roll for perception to notice if she is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, roll for perception. Good idea.
Nope. It's a 6.
I go take a bite. I'm fucking hungry.
Roll to see if you hit.
That's 15.
I think that just does it.
Does that hit you, Keo?
So,
Where are you biting?
DM?
Just your leg.
But Keo looks like a
Giant
drumstick.
drumstick.
So wouldn't it you bite higher because that's where the fleshy part is?
Sure, I'll bite you in the neck.
And yeah, you're still a little bit stunned right now at the sudden loss of the holy power, and yeah, all of a sudden Iron Mesh just goes up and tries to take a giant chunk out of your neck.
I'm gonna punch her in retaliation and scream vampire.
Should you get a D4 damage on that?
No, better yet.
Oh, no, she's an Iron Mesh.
Teeth versus metal.
Jesus fucking Christ, Keo is a metal man. She could not bite him that hard.
I don't know. She's pretty hungry.
But yes, sorry.
Does 21 hit?
21. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
With non-lethal damage, unarmed, I punch Iron Mesh in the face and scream, "Succubus!"
Roll a d4 plus your strength for damage.
Makes sense. He is a paladin.
7.
You take 7 damage, Iron Man. And also, you're kind
Tell
of
me
not...
if I chipped the tooth. Did I chip her teeth?
No. But you're also kind of out of the whole, Keo is a giant drumstick.
Great. Yay.
I start a fire and I'm just glaring at her. Wait, I take some soot and I draw angry eyebrows on my expressionless face.
Roll for intimidation.
23.
They're the most angry eyebrows that you have ever seen, Iron Mesh, and you feel very sorry.
Does your soul weep?
Sure. I'll curl up by the fire and just not look at him.
I want to know if she can feel my dissatisfaction.
Yes, she can feel your dissatisfaction as you glare daggers into her back.
As yous?
As you.
All the big words here being used, hey?
I swear, we all made it through grade 12?
Yes.
The teachers more pitied me and letting me pass.
Okay, most of us made it through regularly grade 12?
Sheer unadulterated pity.
She does have a diploma, though.
Indeed. Iron Mesh, do you go to sleep now?
Yeah, my head wound's kind of making me
A little bit woozy, yeah. Iron Mesh has fallen asleep. And Keo, what are you going to do?
I don't sleep.
You just go into like sentry mode?
Yeah, I basically go into what?
Elf mode.
No,
Trance?
it has it here. It's not a trance. It's
meditation.
No. You know when
Autopilot?
you turn a computer to sleep mode, where it's
Standby.
still on, but
Standby?
Standby.
yeah, I basically switched to standby mode,
Alright, so you...
and I make the most creepy sounding like modem sound.
Well, also isolate that. But yeah, so Iron Mesh and Keo, both of you sleep now for the rest of the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, and as the hours begin to pass, Barakas, you continue on your way. And actually, I want you to roll a perception check as you're quickly making your way through the forest.
Is 16.
You hear the hoot of an owl.
Woo!
Hoot. Hoot.
Wait.
I'm
Is this the owl? Out of character question, is this the owl that,
Yeah, what is that the owl that was with them? With Fred?
You know what? Oh my god, I'm sorry.
or is this the diarrhea owl? Diarrhea owl, which one?
It could be both.
Okay, just wondering.
It could be either or. I'm sorry.
Oh, and if you're all wondering who the diarrhea owl is, we did a small character campaign to test out our characters. My red sent an owl to go poop on everyone else.
Except for Barakas.
Well, Marcus would have eaten it, so that didn't really count.
But yes, you hear an owl. Whom. I hate you, Megan.
I revel in your hate.
And yeah, and as you continue walking, you can hear the sound of bugs now, just like slight buzzing. And in the distance, you see a couple deer now. Life is coming back. The farther you get away from the castle, life is slowly returning to normal.
I'm gonna attack one of those deer and eat it.
Okay, yeah, roll to attack. Actually, I'm gonna roll to see if it notices you.
Heart first.
It don't see shit.
Oh my god, this grass is so tasty!
So what, you want me to add stealth to it?
Yes! Yeah, roll for stealth.
21.
Like a thief in the night.
I'm not even a rogue this campaign.
Deer will forever tell the story of the horned shadow that slinks through the woods.
Meanwhile, in the mind of the deer before it died, oh my god, this grass is so good. I'm so glad nothing bad's gonna happen!
The
And
most wonderful day ever.
how exactly do you attack the deer?
I'm kind of hungry. I say teeth and claws through the neck.
Yeah, you just run up to this deer and you you snap its neck. You're clawing at its flesh, and yeah. Are you gonna even bother to try and cook it or no?
I can eat it raw. I'm a tiefling.
Yeah.
because, you don't need to worry about all those, like, flesh diseases. Like, worms.
I forgot to ask. Did you two run off together?
Oh, I can totally
Generalized
see.
same direction.
I can totally see them hand in
Or
hand.
did we split?
I can't.
Did we split?
I stayed in the forest. You went the straight routes.
Yeah.
But I do live.
We do live in the same direction,
Yeah.
so I would have been a bit ahead of you.
Probably within hearing.
We know we're both there.
Yeah, so I guess in the distance, Red, yeah, you kind of hear a pitiful deer screeching in, like, the darkness.
6 a second. Farkas is behind me. I already know that's there.
Megan needs to do her sound effects.
Yes, she does. That'll be, like, our next bonus episode. Megan does Foley.
Let's not do that now, please.
That's the sound of a screaming deer. But yeah, Barkas, you enjoy your delicious deer snack.
I'll pack some and go there.
Just a gross.
Just cut off a thigh.
I mean,
so.
my bag is already bloody. It's a bloody sack, so more blood won't hurt.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can take a. Actually, I want you to roll just a general dexterity to see how much meat you can get off nicely. You just kind of tear it into it.
You're going for nice.
Megan, are you okay?
19.
Megan's suffocating because she's holding back the dick joke.
Just keep going before she says it.
But yeah, Barkas, without much trouble, you managed to carve off a couple nice chunks of meat to put into your sack. And, oh my god. Yeah, and with that, you continue on
I know
your
it's
way.
big, but it's not that big.
You do have a third leg.
That's what I said. It's big, but it's not that big to fit pieces of meat.
Do your balls hang low? Do they waddle to the
I regret rolling for that.
By the way, for those who don't know, Barkas's dick can choke over.
It's like, yeah, so we did roll for the males a penis size. This includes Keo, who got average. Barkas, who got Gigantor.
I didn't roll for my
roll.
dick.
Oh,
No.
no, yeah, it was you who rolled because you were thinking of having a male character, wasn't it?
Yeah, at the time you were initially had a male.
Yes.
I'm a warforged. I don't have anything below the
And
Yeah,
belt.
then
chest
our
belt.
wondrous little gnome got a. And if you don't know what means, you might have one.
All you have to do is just look at your fingernail, and that's the size.
And now
yours
Red is
has.
insulting our listeners.
What? I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Oh,
I didn't say there was anything wrong with that.
Now returning to scheduled programming.
yeah. But yeah, Barkas, you continue on your way down the forest, and it must be absolutely amazing to finally be reconnected with nature. And yeah, as you continue to go farther and farther, even in the dark, you're beginning to recognize the area. And I'd like you to roll another perception.
18.
18, you begin to hear soft whispers. Have you come back? Are you finally back? I think Barkas is back. You've finally come home. Welcome home.
I hope it's not that squirrel.
And as you continue forward, you see the ruins that you've spent most of your life in. And as you continue forward, you hear a sound behind you, sudden light footsteps. And you turn around, and there's your mentor.
You're still alive.
I see you're alive, too. What happened? I sent you to the city, and you just disappeared. You don't look any different.
There was a certain issue of some time magic.
Time magic? I thought you would have died in the ogre attacks.
It was a close fit. I almost got stepped on. Flashback to a rat almost getting crushed.
Vietnam flashback.
Come inside, but be quiet. You might wake the young one. And with that, your mentor turns around and begins to walk towards the small shack that you two used to share.
She replaced
And as you walk in, you can actually see a small form sleeping near the back wall.
Investigation?
Yeah, roll for investigation.
Unnatural 20.
You've heard of these people before. It looks to be like a small furbolg. Seems to be like a young little girl, possibly. But yeah, they look rather strange. But you can kind of sense some druidic magic about them. And your mentor beckons you inside and hands you a blanket. You should rest while you can. I'll explain in the morning
It is appreciated.
who this new child is. And as you sleep in your familiar home, the gentle whispers of the void say,
Whisper, 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 whisper.
Whisper! Hello!
Whisper alert. Whisper alert.
yeah, they say to you, what will you do with your replacement? What will you do? And those are the last words you hear before you give into exhaustion
Not time
and
foreboding.
sleep.
Asking the Tiefling what to do with our replacements.
And Red,
Oh boy.
I want you to roll perception.
And so that comes up to a 16.
You just finished hearing the sound of a deer screaming.
Hurry up and die.
But you also heard the hooting of the owl.
Whom?
Oh.
Hoot.
The multiple strange owls. But yeah, it seems to sound familiar to you.
I read!
Even though years have passed, you can recognize that sound.
anyone?
Pretty much. It's like the peeping Tom owl. Guess what she calls him?
I read.
But yeah, you recognize the hoot of that owl. And you actually generally recognize the area where you're in. And for the same as Barkos, it feels wonderful to finally be reconnected to nature. You begin to head towards your home. And as you slowly make your way home, you see your shack. But you also see a light inside. And you see it kind of like flickering like someone's walking by. What do you do?
First try and do, is it perception or would it be? No, I'll go stealth. Get, the window to see in.
In the stealth in? Alright.
Yeah. See how bad this is going to be. Oh, it's actually not going to be horrible. 18, unless I have training in that. No, I don't. Okay, so 18.
Yeah, 18. You manage to quietly make your way up to the windows without anyone noticing, without any of the birds noticing you or any of the insects really. Just slither your way up to the window. Do you look inside?
Yeah.
Actually, roll for perception.
Oh shit.
Natural 20.
I like when I get nats. It doesn't happen often.
Yeah, as you peek through the window, you see a young man standing there, but that is not Wolfram at all. You have never seen this man before. Well, actually, maybe you've seen this man before. You're just kind of like staring at his face, and he seems to be like kind of like just putting like some pajamas on. He's kind of looking into a really crappy looking mirror. You're just staring at this man's face, and you're like, it really has been 13 years. That's the boy. That's the boy that Wolfram. You swear to God, that's the boy that was placed on Wolfram's back as he ran out of the city without you.
Well, I know he got out then.
But yeah, you just see this young man standing, getting dressed, and well, it used to be your room. It's been completely redecorated now, but
Only thought going through her head is, please, Lord, let it still be here. Oh, don't let her things have been found.
what are you gonna do?
I'm going to attempt to be polite.
What does that mean?
I'm knocking first. If you don't answer, polite goes out the window.
Do you knock on the window that you're peeping
Door.
on through, or do you go to... Okay, yeah. You make your way to the door. I'd like you to roll for stealth. Or are you doing it stealthily or not?
Well, for goodness sake, I know the animal's answer. Yes! Oh, dear. That's not gonna be very good, but, 14?
Yeah, you managed to make it to the door without anyone really noticing you. Which is good, but yeah, and then you knock. And, like, you hear, like, sudden, like, shuffling. Like, coming, like, from inside. And you hear, like, suddenly, like, you hear an old man's voice. Who's at the door?
The woman who actually owns this cottage who's wondering where the idiot is who took off without her.
What? And then, like, you hear, like, someone finally make it to the door and open it, and there's, like, the young man standing there. Hello?
Like, I would be Red. Would you happen to know where the wolf is?
Holy crap! What the hell? And the young man, he's just staring at you. You're not Red. She's dead. She's been gone for years.
It's like, no, she's been stuck in a wonderful time loop for years and is getting tired of standing outside her own house.
Come in, come in. He's like kind of like holding his nightgown, just kind of awkwardly staring at. He like covers his chest, and you don't really know why, but he kind of like awkwardly lets you in. And as you step in, like you look around your house, and you actually see there's like an old man, and you think that that must be his father, but yeah, there's an old man like sitting like in a rocking chair that belonged to Wolfram. It's like, who are you?
Red.
Red is dead.
Oh, say it one more time, please.
You've been dead for years.
Yeah, do I look dead?
She's some kind of ghost. And he just stares at his son, and I don't think she's a ghost, Pa. You must be wondering, well, where Wolfram is.
Among other things.
He's been gone for 10 years. After he rescued me and my dad, we had no place to go, and he let us stay here. And then, like, 10 years ago, yeah, he asked us to stay here in case you ever showed up again. He was gonna try and find you. Right. We haven't had contact with him since.
Do you know where he went?
He just said he wanted to find you.
Okay.
There was no clues or nothing. He followed the army for a while as it was leaving, like Heliopolis. They came. They stopped the ogres from destroying the rest of the country.
Oh, great. I need to hear a lot of history now, don't I? Okay, and I have one other very, very important question.
Yeah?
Did he take anything with him when he left?
Some supplies, like, for magic and stuff, and he left a lot of stuff for you. There's another room in the shack. They put most of your stuff.
Would you mind showing me?
Yeah, sure. And the young man makes his way. By the way, my name is Bobbert, and this is my father, Robert.
It's nice to meet you, Robert.
Yeah. But yeah, he takes you into the back to a closet. Inside there's some of your clothes, and actually roll for perception.
Oh, please look what she's looking for, Peanut there. And I think with that it's a 19. No, oops. Yeah, 19?
Yeah, as you look inside, you notice there's some of your clothes, a couple knives, your sewing kit is there, and in the back there's a nice looking pot set. Yeah, and there's just most of your things.
She's gonna see if she can find a certain book.
A certain book.
Yeah, you know what book.
Alright, yeah.
Probably looked like a recipe book. Well, I rolled an 18. Is that the investigation?
Investigation. Yeah.
Okay. Investigation is under what again? Intelligence, so 20? Not natural.
There's no book.
He's telling me he took it with him.
Most likely.
That's all she's hoping.
Most likely, yeah. He took what was important. Or what he thought was important before he left. And Bobbert kind of looks at you. Would you like to... You kind of look exhausted. Want to sleep? You can have the bed. I'll sleep out here with Pa.
Like, no, it's your bed now. I can pretty much sleep anywhere.
Yeah, okay, I'll get you some blankets, and with that, he runs off to grab you some blankets and a couple pillows, and you sleep for the night.
While he's doing that, she's probably first got her stuff together, but yeah.
Yeah.
Not exactly feeling too good.
And so...
Pit in her stomach.
Yeah, for the next 8 hours, you guys sleep, and everything seems to be fine. And then
I only need to rest for like 4 hours to be fully fully rested.
Fully rested?
So after 4 hours, I go and might as well go and find food for this one still sleeping.
Yeah, okay, yeah, for sure.
Find food.
Yeah, I want you to roll for survival.
Would that be survival for him?
I would say so.
I'd say more in like intelligence because
Intelligence and survival.
He doesn't eat.
Yes, but like you
Or
probably
nature.
have to know.
18.
18?
I guess.
You managed to find a blueberry bush, to your delight, actually.
I take the entire bush.
Yeah, I want you to make a
Strength check.
Thank you. A strength check, please.
21.
Yeah, you just rip that sucker right out of the ground, no problems at all.
And then you'll replant it at the campsite.
Yes, I will.
That'll be a nature check to see if you can replant it. I'm gonna hold you to that.
19 plus 21.
Yeah, you just like it only takes about 20 minutes, but yeah, you replant the bush right next to Iron Mesh, who's still asleep.
I start poking Iron Mesh's head.
The head wound.
Yes, the head wound.
Because I'm still bleeding out.
I want you to roll an intelligence check.
That would be a 14.
Most things need 8 hours to sleep. You've only been asleep for like 4.
What she needs food. Iron Mesh, I bring you food!
I shoot the fuck up.
Look, blueberries! I bring you blubberies!
I eat all of them and then pass out again. Because I'm still bleeding out from my head wound.
How many twigs did you ingest in that time period?
That doesn't matter.
Roll for survival. And make a constitution check.
God.
I have done good. I have saved my friend from death by feeding her blubberies.
Okay, so the constitution is a 19. And survival is 16.
You managed to not choke or throw up the amount of blueberries that you just ate. You ate an entire bush.
I was fucking hungry.
And yeah, you just like fall over right back asleep for the next 4 hours. And Kyo, do you just sit there and watch your friend as she sleeps?
No, because that would be creepy.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to leave her alone and walk away.
Yes, leave an unconscious person alone in the middle
Oh,
of the
no,
forest.
there are no animals anywhere.
That you
I'm
know of.
pretty sure she'll be okay with a fire roaring in the middle of an overgrown.
The wind. It's the wind. She's already knowing where she's saying is wrong and the bad idea.
I'm just going like 5 feet away from her.
Okay. Yeah, you just generally watch the area. That's
Because
fine.
I am a genius.
Absolutely. You just like sit there for the next few hours reading from the Book of the Blue. Your blue fairy.
Making some notes.
Not really, considering I'm just drawing blue fairies in the book.
Oh yeah, actually, I guess you. Well, if you're closer to the fire, yeah, you can draw blue fairies in your little book.
This one's gonna have long hair, this one's gonna have short hair, and I broke my crayon.
That probably happens a lot.
And you think back to the time loop and you're like, how many times have I broken my crayon?
Like,
Well, there's a fire.
this time
No,
tomorrow
repair it.
it won't be fixed.
And as you're thinking of that, your sad crayon, and about the time loop, and
The time I bitched out the king.
yeah, you totally bitched out your king. He's so deserted.
It was a shining moment in my life.
Turned all the cards against him.
Revolution.
And we roasted him on a spit, and everyone ate good that night.
Should have done that. Totally should have done that.
Resorted to cannibalism.
Barakas would have done that.
Arcas was probably already doing that.
Maybe.
Little do you know, Barakas is the most prolific serial killer in this kingdom. But no one will ever know.
First it started with the sickly ones. And then the elderly.
Am I the Hannibal Lecter?
And then she
No, you're
moved on
worse.
to bigger game.
Anyway, next day.
Yeah, as you're thinking that, lamenting like your time in the last 13 years, you look up at the moon and its beautiful blue silvery light, and then it is suddenly the middle of the day. It is high noon, and you have been
It's high noon.
and I want you to
I scream because I looked at the sun.
You were gazing at the moon, and all of a sudden it was the sun.
Yeah, you're temporarily blind.
It was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Roll for damage.
Iron Mesh, yeah, you just suddenly hear Kyo start screaming.
Well,
"Oh, my eyes!"
Yeah, but I started screaming too. Mom, shut the curtains! It's too early!
Oh god, this is why I left these two alone.
Yeah, both of you are sitting there in the middle of an abandoned forest screaming at the sun.
We're screaming at the sun.
By the blue, what the hell? Oh my god! I can't see! Iron Mesh, where are you? I I want to roll to see if I hit her in the head because I'm flailing at this point.
Flailing.
The robot cannot see. This is bad.
Yes. Roll to see if you manage to find Iron Mesh.
I rolled a 3. You are fucking lucky.
Yeah, you hear like a loud crash as you see Keel like backhand like a small tree.
Snap a squirrel's spine.
There's no animals around.
And if there was a squirrel, I would.
There goes that blueberry bush that you so expertly planted.
Oh, exactly. You see
And
it just go
manscaped it.
flying. But yeah, now you're awake.
Goes into the canyon no one knew was there.
The magical teleporting canyon of convenience.
Anyway, back to the story.
But yeah, Iron Mesh, you kind of see the magical canyon of convenience just kind of there, and you're like, oh my god, we slept right next to that. How did we not die in the middle of the night? And yeah, it's suddenly noon.
What the hell?
How old are you, Iron Mesh?
Not a clue.
Before the time loop, how old were you?
I think I was 24.
24.
So she would know too.
Yeah. Keo, how long have you been alive?
Well, here's the thing. To a warforge who apparently burnt out his retina.
How long was he created?
There is no sense of time with him because it's a fucking robot. Let's see. I don't know. I'll say about like 50 years.
50 years.
Geppetto's ancient.
Yeah, alright.
Well, dwarves live up to be like 250 or so. No.
No, yeah, they live up to
Oh, that's the
20.
other one. Too many different freaking games of dwarves. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you guys then to make history checks.
My eyes hurt. Fuck your history test.
I didn't know I could feel pain.
Why was I programmed to feel pain?
15.
15. And Keo?
17. Danger, Iron Mesh, danger!
This especially resonates with you, Keo. But this happened before once when you guys were much younger, about 16 years ago now?
Holy shit, I'm old.
But yeah, just suddenly, this guy for 12 hours, it was midnight. And then for 12 hours right after, it was noon. That signaled...
Not counting the 13 years.
Not counting... Well, technically counting the 13 years, yeah. It would have been about 16 years ago now. But yeah, you remember the sky suddenly changing, and throughout the land there was mass celebration.
And throughout the land.
There was mass celebrations!
Oh dear lord. Please continue, DM.
I think they got into something before game.
Those mushrooms were so good.
Well, in all fairness, I did have mushrooms in my summer.
What kind? So we know you can never have them again.
Did we get that? Please tell me we got that laugh.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Meet our Fred impersonator.
But yeah, you guys actually remember, even though you were a child at the time, Iron Mesh. But yeah, there was great celebration throughout the land because the next incarnation of the sun and moon had been born. And that hadn't happened for like at least 1,000 years at that point. But it seems that whenever an incarnation of the celestial bodies are born, the next stage of civilization is about to begin.
That's big.
Yeah, and for you, Keo, you know who the next incarnations were. They were Talia's children, Luna and Sol. And Keo, for you, this absolutely confirms Luna and Sol must be alive.
They're alive!
As your retinas are still burning.
Yes.
You're just screaming, they're alive! Oh my eyes! They're alive!
Wait a minute, I'm a paladin!
Little motherfucking hands, people.
Oh, that burns.
Wait a minute! I'm a paladin!
Alright, I can see again.
You can definitely see again.
For the longest time, I'm like, it's even written right here, paladin.
Anyway. Keep forgetting. But yeah, now that you're healed, yeah, this definitely confirms that the children are alive. And that
I run up, grab Iron Mesh by the shoulders, and start shaking her violently. The children are alive!
I'm very confused at this point.
As you should be.
And concerned.
But yes, with this strange day cycle, they're alive and they must have just realized what their powers were. They've come of age.
The children are alive, they come of age, and they don't know their powers! Oh my god! We need to find the others, I drank Iron Mesh.
Where are we going?
To find the other druids.
I would like you to roll a perception check.
We, waited all night to finally decide, I should look for their trail.
Well, Iron Mesh did pass out.
Does a nat 20 plus 2?
You found blueberries.
Yeah, no, you begin to follow their tracks and eventually you see this giant bloody stain and a deer carcass on the ground that's been brutally murdered. But yeah, you can tell this is
Bearcross! Are you alive? Are you okay? Try to lay on hands on the dead carcass.
What's worse than
First of all, let me finish. I was about to say, was here.
And then you see him written in blood. What's your first clue?
absolutely.
Hello?
You absolutely did that.
I don't know, maybe you don't be rude and interrupt someone?
Says the paladin who's supposed to be calm, cool, and collected.
Screaming about her.
I had my fucking retinas burnt out and
Machine, you can replace them.
and I just remembered I could use lay on hands on myself.
We don't need to hear about you touching yourself. I'm not helping the situation, am I?
And that is how you get one member of the party to fucking laugh, cry.
And cough. In with the air deer.
The two of you are standing over the carcass of a deer and scrawled on the ground is Barakos' here in blood. And with that, we actually go to Barakos. You're currently asleep and things are fine. And then, again, snap, it is suddenly the middle of the day. And
Don't
you
look
can
directly into the sun.
And you actually begin to hear, hear like a screech from a bird. Oh god, it burns! It still burns! And yeah, you wake up with a jolt and yeah, you can feel the energy suddenly change and there's slight panic in the air.
Daylight.
Yeah, as some of the creatures are like, the sun of the morning panic, oh my god! But yeah, and your little shack is actually quite nicely lit up now. There's a hole in the roof that after 13 years has not been fixed. That may or may not have been your job.
But screw it.
And yeah, in the corner, the small furbolg child begins to stir, and yeah, it's a young girl, maybe about 10. And she kind of looks at you. Ah!
If I were you, I would have punched that little child in the face because that was fucking rude.
She kind of huddles under her blankets. She has no idea who you are. And your teacher suddenly bursts through the door, like super dramatic. Sorry, your mentor, yeah, just bursts through the door, all dramatic. Good morning. And you see like some buds on like her shoulders are like in full bloom, just all of a sudden. And actually, she looks quite nice. And you remember, oh yeah, it's spring, so she seems to be slightly renewed, which is quite nice. Barakas. Ashley, when she stares at the child, come with me. It's time for breakfast.
No need to sound so mysterious. It's just breakfast.
Today we're having an oatmeal.
Sure, it's oatmeal, not bone meal, but oatmeal.
And outside, you see on a spit is actually like a nice looking like deer. Another one that your master seemed to have caught specifically for you, and the child. It looks like she seems to be drooling at the sight of the delicious deer. But yeah, and with that, she begins to like slowly like start carving it up and tossing the chunks mostly at you. This is extremely familiar. This is basically how breakfast goes. Your teacher would just throw chunks of dead animal at you.
I'm not complaining.
And Barakas, how old are you?
Oh, goodness gracious.
I would say old as balls.
Tieflings have like just a little bit longer than humans, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll go with 30s.
Okay, yeah.
You want to do more of older?
Yeah, full. An
Yeah.
actual beard, not a
not a-
teenager beard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or the 20-year-old weird curl sideways thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, your mentor is just looking at you. She actually looks like you swear that you may have seen her like start crying. Just like a little bit, and she kind of like wipes her face real quick as she's throwing the food towards you. Where have you been for the last 13 years? What happened to you?
Exactly where you told me to go and find out information.
Today proves that the heirs are alive. Everyone believes that they're dead.
They were kidnapped.
No one has been to that castle in 13 years. When the ogres like attacked, they came everywhere, ripping apart the forest, destroying the entire city, threatening to burn the place down until backup from Heliopolis came. Thankfully, our little slice of heaven is safe, but everyone believed that they must be dead. And you've been in a time loop for 13 years?
Doing the same thing over and over.
How did you get out? Is a time loop even possible? You just like remember Ashley sitting there. She kind of like sinks back down. Yes, how did you escape?
We had help from the queen. When it turned out, she cast us all. After many, many attempts, and with the help of a stag, we were finally able to escape from that accursed place.
So the city is still alive. Or at least it was?
There's about 4 of us? 4? 4 of us made it out. The rest are probably long dead. That we know of. Or long gone.
That land is cursed now. No animals go there. No one goes there. It's like nothing except for... And she kind of looks towards the abyss. Nothing except for something that can survive in there. There's fairy magic all over the place. I know that they used to have a fey garden, but damn, seems to be slowly encroaching on the rest of our place.
It is taking over the castle, that's for sure.
The pit whispers of it. It can't wait. Can you still hear it? Can you still hear the whispers?
Of course.
I can hear the whispers! I can! Yeah. Tiny Ashley just waving. If you get out of that city with 4 others.
3 others.
3 others? Yeah, who cares for math? If you get out of the city with 3 others, you need to go with them. And figure out what the hell is going on before this fairy magic can continue moving forward. I'll stay here with the kid. They seem to be the next guardian of the place. It chose them when you disappeared. It was screaming for about a year. Wanted to know where the hell you were until this... Ugh. She just looks at the child. Oh, she looks down until that appeared. It hurts my feelings. But yeah, you gotta go. You can't stay here. I don't know how long, but I'll try and keep whatever it is at bay from getting to the portal. It's a portal, by the way. It's not just a whispering abyss. I wish I could have told you that much sooner. But there's nothing we can do now. You're free to go. No, hug me. She just gets up and just runs over. I know it's awkward. I know it's awkward. Just give in. Just give in. And she's patting your back. And you're just facing in the affection.
It's so uncomfortable.
I don't know, it's you. And you just feel the tiny arms of a child.
Flashback. Flashback.
Or Marcos is me. Yet again, molested
Feel
by
the
a childish
love.
man.
Feel the love of the small child that you didn't punch in the face.
I think it's more reminiscent of a certain gnome who has childlike hands. I think poor Barkos has been scarred mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Little tiny hands all over your body,
But yeah.
scaring you senseless.
If you're all wondering, poor Alicia is sitting here just shaking.
Yeah, the child just looks up at you and smiles and I'll make sure to protect this place to the best of my abilities. And she grabs a hunk of deer and then you see her just run off back towards the abyss. Just holding it. By the way, where are your companions?
I left them in the forest to check on things here.
Can Barakas hear me call to them?
Not yet.
You're miles away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably head back.
I'm gonna go camp out in the forest until dark. When both of them are asleep.
Well, only. Oh my god.
And yeah, that's what you do. You decide to wait out the next 12 hours.
12 hours later, I'm trying to find Barakas.
Actually, we're going to Red. You, happily asleep.
Happily, not so
Well,
much.
Yeah. But you're asleep and just all of a sudden, oh god, it's so bright! And you hear a slight crash into your window.
Oh,
near
that
you.
idiot.
And you see an owl just frantically flapping its wings on the window. Yeah, and all of a sudden the young man just bursts out of his room. I'm so sorry, I left the window closed.
The peeping tom of an owl, you're supposed to close the window so he hits it, and or close the blind so he can't see in.
Oh, but he lives here, that's what he says.
Oh. Did he? You know what? You.
Red!
Please tell me you have not been telling that child anything.
I told him that you live here and that you were amazing.
Anything else?
You and Wolfram really, really like to sleep late a lot.
So all I'm hearing is I may need to pluck your feathers.
Woohoo! My retina's hurt. Help me. And it kind of flops over because it's kind of blind right now.
Oh, I'll take care of the owl. And
Maybe
no,
it's
he
the
doesn't
first-
live here. He lives outside in that tree.
He's got a nest in here. He's my friend.
Oh my god, this is the only time that the owl cannot peep on Red. Because his retinas are burnt out.
She's kind of enjoying that fact right now.
Karma, bitch!
Pretty much.
And you suddenly smell like bacon, and it just smells absolutely delicious. And the old man is actually standing over above like a small fire pit, cooking up some breakfast for you guys.
All the things bacon.
What's up? Sorry, what was that?
Of all the things bacon. It's kind of that instant you can hear the stomach a mile away.
Want some?
Please.
Here you go. Have as much as you want. You can have all of it if you want. He just kind of like looks over at and Robert kind of looks over at Bobbert, and then Bobbert is like, "Yeah, you can have all of it."
I'm not eating all your food, and why do you think I would?
You don't look so good. I'm sorry to say. Are you all right?
Just give me the bacon.
So what exactly happened?
I've spent the past 13 years stuck in that damn town.
Not the castle town.
Yeah, that one.
That place is totally cursed.
Really? I never would have guessed. 13 years, the same day, over and over. Everything screaming in your head, over and over. Twilight all the time. North isn't north, south isn't south. Give me that bacon.
There's some crazy fairy magic going on over there. There are fey gardens that just like exploded.
Explain why it took so long to find any animals?
It keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's not a good thing. There's a couple other druids in the forest. They're trying to help. I'm trying to help as best I can. Still not that good at the magic, but that's what you gotta do. Last night I said we haven't heard from Wolfram. Actually, we did get one letter about maybe 5 years ago. Yeah, it was kind of surprising. He was headed to an island. Yeah.
Did he say why?
That's where he thought he might be able to find someone who could find you.
Oh, that level of pain in my loincloth wearing. An island, so I need to go to... Where is this island?
Well, since he was following the army, I mean, I'd still think it's...
Heliopolis. Boat.
down
Got it.
east. Well, east,
Oh,
not down.
I need to head there anyway. I'm currently looking for the twins.
Yeah. That's insane, isn't it? Everyone thought they were dead.
It's like,
Holy
we all knew they
shit.
were kidnapped.
I wonder if the army's gonna come back then.
Okay, you gotta catch me up on the history here. You've been mentioning this army a few times.
Yeah,
she's
no, there was a
good
whole ogre war and everything. They were just tearing through this country. It took a few months, but finally the armies from Heliopolis arrived and they saved everyone. There's a town not too far from here, maybe about a day's walk. Bearburg, that's where most of the people live now. It's kind of nice. There's a man, Lord Barr, he's in charge over there. Seems to be pretty nice. You should probably head there.
Don't really have much of a choice if I have to find the twins and Wolfram.
We'll stay here if he ever comes back or anything. We'll let him know that you're alive.
It's like, that would be nice.
He was pretty torn up about that.
And I'm gonna have to make the world's largest apology about it too. How do you apologize for being trapped in hell?
Really kinky sex? That's what
You've
the
been
owl
talking to the
says.
owl way too much. By the way, you're still cooking. Picks up the owl by the feet. Would you think this would taste good?
I would taste awful. You just hear the poor owl screeching. Just absolutely awful. It would be terrible. I love you. I miss you. Please. I'm old.
Fine.
Might be gamey.
When has that stopped me before?
I don't know, you do eat a lot of squirrels.
They're annoying. Have you talked to them?
Yes.
I like those.
Come on. You're a freaking owl. You eat them too.
I do.
I like acorns. Plus they get that natural nutty taste.
They're not only delicious.
But yeah, Bobbert, yeah, you hear like the sounds of like something possibly like falling over and like little crashing sounds and just like, oh, okay, no, whoop, sorry. I got some rations for you, a little bit of honey, a little bit of meats, something to eat
Thanks.
on the way.
I could use it, and I think I know someone else, if they haven't eaten yet, could probably use it.
But yeah, you should probably meet up with whoever you escaped with. Yeah, we'll take care of it here. We'll take care of your stuff too. We won't touch it. We're not really allowed. That is what he said that he would eat us. I believe him. He can turn into a giant wolf.
He really doesn't eat people, and I'll take most of the stuff with me.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry. You have that room. You can do it what you want. But if you ever find anything else around the property, put it aside.
Okay. For sure.
Anything bookish.
What was that about books?
If you see anything book-wise, especially.
There weren't any books. Wolfram took any books with him.
Oh, good, he did. Oh.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Well, I better get going then.
He's a really good man. He saved us.
It's like, that's one of the reasons I love him. He's always saving people. Getting himself into trouble, ending up in a loincloth. But
yeah, he does do that a lot. Eventually you just gotta stop fixing his clothes, right? Although I am a mean seamstress now.
yeah, you're not the only one. So how many times in one day did you have to deal with the pants?
Just eventually I just gave him a skirt.
I should have thought of
It's a
that.
kilt.
No, screw the kilt. I would have just went with a mini skirt.
Fashionable. Kind of nods it, but yeah, we'll keep things safe here.
There's me looking at the owl. Are you staying with him?
Yes, I'll wait too.
I don't think so. No more stories.
No, please.
We wish not to be hurt.
He quickly like flaps his way back up into the corner where his nest is now and just kind of tucks himself in.
You're such a coward.
I love you.
Apparently not. You don't want to come with me.
I gotta stay here in case Wolfram comes back, but I promise
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep things safe. Squirrel tree. Yeah, do you head out now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you begin to head back and
Also making a side glance to see if that stupid sunflower's still alive.
there's multiple sunflowers everywhere. And they're all straight at point up right now. It's so wonderful! Isn't it glorious? Come bathe in the light! It's very awkward.
And then the hymn of song.
Why do
I
I have a
saw
heart
the
on for the
light,
sun? So
And I opened up my eyes, we saw the light.
I better go find the Tin Man and the Grey Giant.
Sure.
Yeah, you begin to retrace your steps back to where they are. And actually, you begin to hear like yelling. A little bit of freaking out, and there's like a dead body. And yeah, no, you see Iron Mesh and Keo and Barkas. You've actually managed to arrive at about the same time too.
Friends!
He's waiting till night. Remember?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but
Red!
As I'm walking up, I'm already gonna pull out a large chunk of ration. See if the smell wafts.
Next thing
With
you
some
know,
bacon?
you feel a breeze, and the meat is gone.
And like an oversized squirrel,
I scurry up the tree and hiss at all of you.
what she takes,
I'm pretty sure that one involves a roll, but
except
no, I'll let you do it. You're a woman on a mission. That's okay.
as she glances back and back to the food and quickly takes quick sharp
So,
nibbles.
why
and it's
did
back
you guys
angrily.
butcher the deer? Like, that's not even butchered. That's just splattered now.
Actually,
I
as you look
basically
around, you see Barakas was here is written on the ground. Okay.
'Twas Barakas!
Why would Barakas butcher a random deer?
Because they're probably hungry.
They?
Yes. I honestly probably don't even know if Barakas is male or female.
It doesn't matter to you.
No. The beard is lovely. I wish I could grow a beard, but apparently I can't because I am a fucking robot.
Then you look down at the carcass and grab whatever fur is left, start sticking it to your face. There's blood all over your face now.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay. We're gonna head to town now, where you can get more food, and I'm assuming by now you want oil.
I don't need oil.
I don't know what tin men need. Okay, I'm trying to be nice.
I need fixing of my mighty blade.
There should be a blacksmith in a town,
Okay.
and I'm sure Barakas will find us whenever he's ready.
So it's a he.
I assume. Voice, beard. I don't know many women who can grow beards or that kind of voice.
My
That
maker
you know of.
had a majestic
Like I said, I don't know
beard
any that
too.
do.
The most glorious Prince Albert.
You might want to specify that's facial hair, because that is also a genital
Dude,
piercing.
you just said she had the most glorious beard, and I said it was a Prince Albert. I know what I'm talking about.
You played right into my hand.
Fuck you. Yeah, this seems to be the common area where, I mean, you guys know Barkos was here. After that, you have no idea where he is. Are you guys just gonna leave without him, or possibly make
Barakas will
camp, or-
catch up when he wants to.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, and you
I
have...
leave a message beside the blood-spattered whatever's left. We are going to town. When you are ready, please come. We miss you.
We miss your tan skin.
And your magenta beard.
It's purple. Magenta's pink.
And the way you would glare at me if I came too close. Sincerely, Iron Mesh Red. Would have a fucking paragraph.
You'll see
Yeah.
some enslaving carved into a tree.
We ran out of
Great.
blood, so now we're using
Look at
iron
that.
meshes.
You're fully healed now. But yeah, and you also change like an arrow pointed to where you guys decided to start walking. Although, not that you really know which way the town is, but I guess more towards life would be better. Yeah.
Red does.
You do actually...
I can also find it if it has a church divine sense.
For, how far does Divine Sense work?
Divine sense 101.
Because he pointed
The
direction
presence
of town.
of strong evil registers on your sense like a noxious odor. A powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ear. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. I use it as an action.
How big is the range on that?
I'm trying to find it.
Sorry, I have to
Within
get my
60 feet of you, that is not behind total cover. So no, I can't do it.
That's okay.
Wow, being a paladin sucks.
You really gotta quit using your senses, because all you're gonna do is keep finding Barkas.
That was my plan the entire time.
But yeah, no. Yeah, Red, actually, do you know which way town is?
Should.
Actually, roll history, all of you guys. Bobbert did say that there was like a settlement nearby.
Yeah, and he's even doing the pointy thing too. He was showing me there.
Yeah.
So she's got a general direction.
I got a 10.
And what was it? History, you said?
Yeah.
That's intelligence.
21!
That is 19.
19. Iron Mesh, yeah, you hadn't really been in this area too much before, but you guys,
Also following her keen mind.
yeah, Kyo and Red, you guys actually know that there was a small town, like, on the way to, like, the city. Bearburg, though. It was like a really small town.
Apparently, it's been 13 years and has changed.
Yeah,
Apparently there's a lot of bears in there.
indeed.
According to Red's sources.
But yeah, you know where the general direction of the town is, and yeah, you guys begin to make your way there. It's about 4 more hours now that you guys have had breakfast, like, and all that, like, met up and had your conversations, but maybe 4 more hours of high noon left until, I guess, regular day would.
Well, it'll be night by that point, but
Yeah. But yeah, you begin to slowly make your way there through regular forest now, no longer overgrown like the fairy forest was.
Or sporadic random canyon.
That's right, the conveniently placed canyon. It's a magical moving canyon that wanders around Hearst, wherever it needs to be.
And it never wants to hurt anyone or actually make anyone fall. It just wants to always scare the living shit out of you.
Exactly.
It's a blight upon this land. Hashtag leave this canyon.
oh, and you and Kyo would also notice that she actually is carrying proper gear and a very nice set of cooking utensils. That's like the only thing on her that looks brand new. Cooking utensils.
That is a fine looking fork you have there, lady.
It's like pots, pans, all that stuff.
You said utensils.
Yes. Cooking utensils and grits, pots, pans, tongs.
There is one nice giant, like, stabby meaty thing. I don't know what it's called.
I guess that is technically a fork, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. So you see, like, the giant fork. Possible improvised weapon if need be.
But she would never use it that way.
Well, pretty much that's how Akela's been nutting people.
No, I wear my steel toes for that. What? What else are steel toes for?
Protecting your toes against falling heavy objects.
And
being
pallet jacks at
stepped on.
forklifts, which they don't really
Stepped
protect
on
you
by
from.
horses. That too.
But if a forklift runs over your foot's doomed anyway. So I don't know why I have to wear steel toes anyway.
Yeah, you guys are continuing. And actually, I want you guys to make a perception check to see if you guys can possibly find the road. And it seems to be, this is quite near where the road should be anyways.
Great, I'm looking
18.
for the road.
18.
Sure, Red's totally looking for the road, not
17!
just, doing her usual.
17.
Let's see. Perception? Perception. It's technically 7, but she's not exactly using that to find her way. She's kind of using her keen mind on that.
You're a little bit distracted by most of the animals around, and yeah, you're not exactly looking for the road, but Kyo and Iron Mesh, yeah, you guys managed to find an old-looking road.
I found a road!
It's not very well
Nice.
kept.
It's kind of shitty.
And again, it makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, the place has been abandoned. No one's gone this way in years. But yeah, it seems to be the old road, and you guys continue to follow it for the next few hours. It's going to be quite a ways away still, this town. You guys just continue to walk, and
That is a very nice looking leaf.
No squirrels?
yeah, there's a couple of squirrels and chipmunks in the background, but they don't really seem to notice you too much.
Chipmunks are cute. I like them. Squirrels, not so much.
there's a couple curious birds. Some of the animals don't know you. They don't know who you are. Yeah.
Random
generation.
chance encounter with an aggressive sparrow.
No, not yet.
You heard that right. You heard that here first. Dire sparrows going to appear soon.
It's better than dire rats.
What about dire snails?
Escargot?
Soon.
Gargots?
She got her pots and pans. She's ready for that one.
But yeah, you guys just continue following the road. Nothing seems to be too crazy. Barakas, I want you to make a survival check to see if you can see if you can locate them again.
I haven't done my thing yet.
She's doing the thing, waiting till
But
dark.
you gotta stalk them. You gotta figure out where they are, right? Or
You know who I'm going after. I know where they are. I'm just hiding in the forest.
So
Being a dick.
sneaky.
actually, I want you to roll a stealth,
That I can do.
just in case Red notices you.
Oh yeah, because we're heading south, aren't we?
Nat 20.
Yeah, no one knows where you are. You saved
Jeez,
from
why
existence.
do you smudge your dice? And why haven't you done it to mine?
Because yours are entertaining when you get a bad one. You usually get it right at the right time.
Have you ever gotten a bad roll?
Yes.
That's true, you have.
And at the shop. At the shop.
That's true.
I've
Stop.
arrowed the eye quite a few times.
I'll give her my dice. I'll use her dice, and then you guys don't have to think she's smudging anymore.
I haven't smudged them for months, okay?
The
But you
blessing
smudge
sticks.
other things. Thus, the dice.
No, I haven't
Quality.
smudged the house since summer.
Beautiful, beautiful summer.
Summer.
You have to get your young money.
Summer.
But yeah, so you guys continue on your path, and Red, you suddenly feel, oh, it's about 2. Oh, it's done now. It's regular day.
Time resumes its natural programming.
Exactly.
For your viewing capability.
Suddenly feeling so much better.
Thanks for listening, and keep on bloody clucking.